team and the faculty and staff are commended for your efforts on behalf of our students. Thank you, faculty. Parents, we certainly thank you for your involvement in your son or daughter's education and for the support you have provided this school and District 220. You have raised your children to value education offered to them and have supported them throughout their K-12 experience. Parents, thank you and congratulations. Last but not least, graduates. First of all, congratulations. Your generation, Generation Z, is the largest in our country today, amassing nearly 26% of the population, and has the potential and predicted to be the best ever. You are the most and highest educated generation we have ever experienced in the United States, and have information at your fingertips on a daily basis with the use of your mobile devices. It is hard to comprehend the power and the potential you have. I recently read a new book by Tom Friedman, Thank You for Being Late. Tom is an award-winning journalist for New York Times and is best known for his book, The World is Flat. In this new book, he points out and he believes we are at a fundamental turning point in our history. He believes that we are on the dangerous path of pointing out that human beings have cognitive ability to adapt to change only goes so fast. And with the rapid and constant change in technology, this is creating unprecedented impact on our society. Way back, graduates, in 2007, when you were in second grade, this was a major inflection point for the 21st century. The release of the iPhone, major advances in silicone chips, massive software upgrades, data storage became enormous, sensors, and networking created a supernova, a platform for computing. It's significant when you were in second grade. And look how it's impacted your life. It still exists today and has influenced everything and will be into the future. Those items have reshaped everything we do, like the hail a taxi and the use of Uber. How we capture our culture through pictures, it's in the cloud. Not sure what it is, but it's there. To global marketplace shopping, Amazon, now one of the largest retailers in the world. That's all changed since that time. And finally, Mother Nature. Climate change and sustainability continues to be debated across the globe, certainly by the impact of these changes. The title of his book, Thank You for Being Late, evolved from a business meeting he had scheduled with the person he was meeting was an hour late, in which he points out was the best hour of his day. He told the person when he arrived, thank you for being late. He shared that during that hour, while he waited for his friend, he unplugged. He felt such a relief of stress, pressure, and reflected on purpose. He went on to explain that when you hit the pause button on a machine, it stops. But when you hit the pause button as human beings, we start up. One of his colleagues states that in the pause mode, human beings start to reflect. You start to rethink your assumptions. You start to reimagine what is possible. And most importantly, you start to reconnect with most deeply held beliefs you have. Once that happens, you can follow a better path. If you have the chance to read this book, it will provide a recent history of the world around you, graduates, and provide you some predictions and challenges you're going to have moving forward into the future. You will have these challenges in this age of acceleration, and we trust that all of you are well prepared to help us as a community to be able to navigate that. So my final advice to you as superintendent of schools is to hit the pause buttons once in a while. Slow down and dare to take the time to be late. In conclusion, you are here today to celebrate the transition and a new beginning. The important people in your life are here as a visible symbol of your support as friends, family, educators, and our community. High school graduation is important, I believe, because our community sees this as a reminder to everyone that learning is part of life's journey and that certain landmarks deserve reflection and appropriate celebration. You have been fortunate to receive a rigorous K-12 education in an excellent school district here in Barrington 220. The administrators, teachers, staff of 220 work tirelessly to guarantee that all graduates who are walking across this stage tonight are prepared for a college or a career of their choice. I congratulate you on what you have achieved thus far, and I am confident that our community and the world will be a better place for your continued and ongoing achievements. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
It is my great privilege to introduce Augustine Benjamin. Over these past 4 years, quite a bit has changed for each of us as individuals and as a community. We've all grown in talent and in character, and I know we will only continue to improve ourselves and the world around us in the years to come. In Augustine's case, he would like to say that 4 years ago, he wouldn't have been able to see over this podium, so today is quite the accomplishment. However, in all seriousness, Augustine is one of those people that you look at and can't help but be inspired by. Through his dedication and hard work, Augustine motivates the people around him to do their best. He is president of student council and captain of the speech team, so he obviously has a knack for leadership roles. Augustine is talented, driven, and incredibly smart. He's one of the nicest people I know. I've never heard him say a bad word about anyone. Throughout his time at Barrington High School, Augustine has used his talents to make this high school and this community a better place. I think it is safe to assume that Augustine will continue to be a leader next year at the University of Pennsylvania, where he will be studying global health in the College of Arts and Sciences. He will continue to leave his unique mark on the world. Please give a warm welcome to Augustine.
Good evening. Today, it is with great honor that I introduce to you Barrington High School's 2017 commencement speaker, Mr. William Palmer. Now, to many of you, Mr. Palmer is an unfamiliar face. At the very least, you may have paused to admire his dashing ponytail and bold mustache. However, Mr. Palmer's story is one intertwined with the very halls we walked throughout our 4 years here at BHS. For the past 24 years, Mr. Palmer has been a special services teacher and has helped nearly 160 students graduate through the Alternative Pathways Education Program. For his lifelong commitment to learning and his devotion to his students, please give a warm welcome to Mr. William Palmer.
Thank you, Augustine. After being invited to deliver this speech, I asked one of the sponsors of the senior class board why I was selected to speak to this assembly, and he said it was because I have a story. Well, we all have a story, but I recognize mine is a bit unusual. I was in a cycling class recently, and the instructor had asked us to accept the challenge. I did accept that cycling challenge, and I thought accepting the challenge would be a great theme for my presentation tonight. My family moved to Barrington in the summer of 1969. It was a very challenging time for me, and I was not yet ready to accept the challenge. I ended up dropping out of Barrington High School in November of my senior year. I knocked around for a couple of years after that decision, during which time I met a girl. She inspired me to motivate myself to study for and earn my GED, which I did. I went on to Harper College and then Northeastern Illinois University. During this time, I also married that girl. Her name is Jeannie, and she is here tonight, the love of my life. After earning my bachelor's degree, I entered the business world, and for 14 years, I rose up through the ranks to become a vice president of a commercial real estate development company. But my achievements rang hollow. The financial rewards were obvious, but I began to realize that what I really wanted to do was teach, but not just any subject. I wanted to work with young people who were a lot like me. Young people who were facing similar challenges, but who were not quite ready to accept the challenge. So I went back to school again, this time to Roosevelt University's College of Education, and earned my teaching credential, followed by a master's degree in education back at Northeastern. In becoming a teacher, I also had to accept the challenge to become a lifelong learner. Through the years, I continued my postgraduate studies, mostly in the area